Hello, this is Dr. Jerry Cuomo, and welcome back to Ken's case, this continuing video series that's now moving toward Ken's upper jaw, where he has had 7 implants placed. We're getting ready to design the abutments, and I want to go through a sequence of steps that will help in the overall scanning and eventually CAD/CAM uh, fabrication of the angled abutments, and then finally a framework which will be then fabricated to those abutments, ultimately the finish of the case. So a little bit of lab work discussion again. An Omnivac was made from the accepted temporary model, temporary impression of the final temps, and of course we will be modifying this case even a little bit further, but our goal today is to show you how we're going to superimpose now the image or the outer image of the final accepted provisional shape to that of the Straumann temporary wax up abutments. So these are the abutments. They were trimmed down and now ready to accept a material. And so each one of these is removable, and they're also made of plastic. So why are we showing you this? Well, number one, I wanted to show you that each one of these abutments has a tissue or an area of emergence profile or soft tissue around each. These two are number 8 and 9, and you can see the areas of impression transferred now to the soft tissue model itself. This is the upper right. Those are the two bicuspids, number 4 and 5, and then all the way back to number 2. Okay, so my goal is to fabricate a removable bridge, and we're going to do it out of a substance called triad material, and I'm going to cover that in the next video. So just wanted to expose you to these are the Straumann temporary abutments. They'll be removed along with a material called triad material, and we're going to actually put that inside of this Omnivac, push it in place, and also have a method of securing the position so that it's identical when I transfer this information back to the articulator. This model has been mounted to a Dinar combi articulator, and so when we fabricate the temporary bridge or the scanning bridge, we'll be able to then check the occlusion, the bite, and then move forward from there. Now, the part of the main reason too why we are doing this is not only to get an image of the angulation of each one of these abutments, but the company that's going to make the angled abutments, they're going to actually do it via a computer milling device. They're called Atlantis abutments, and I believe Astratech is the company that makes the Atlantis abutments. So we're going to do that in this case. We were thinking about doing all zirconia abutments and then going with separate zirconia frames, and you could do that. The part of the reason why we're not going in that direction is because if there is any discrepancy in seating, we want to be able to section the metal and maybe reassemble it. So that was part of the reason. The other reason is there's no big aesthetic concern in this case, so we're going to go with strictly function and structurally sound. We do want to work on aesthetics, certainly, and we'll be very, very good about showing you the final work. And the other concern and option was to go with a non-precious metal frame on top of titanium abutments, and the non-precious frame could be of a screw retain type. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a screw retain case. There were some other opinions coming in from Europe that we could do this as a screw retain, but do it in a single piece and then make individual tooth preparations within the zirconia bar, if you will, and then make individual pressed crowns out of Emax for each one of the preparations. So if you can envision all this being a zirconia substructure frame with individual tooth preparations and then individual screw retained areas for the 7 implants, and then cementing on top of that individual crowns. So we decided to keep it simple. We're going to go with some titanium abutments from Atlantis, and then we'll have framework fabrication from there, and on we'll go. This is Dr. Jerry Cuomo. I'm going to give you this one video at a time, so just stay tuned for the next one. And it looks like another sunny day out here in South Florida, about 87 degrees in Boca Raton. We're not getting that bad weather that the rest of the Midwest is getting. I believe even Arkansas and Louisiana with tornadoes. So we seem to be doing pretty well here, but our hearts and prayers are out to those people in those next to the woods with all those tornadoes. Okay, have a good day. Talk to you guys later, and see you next time.